I just got done watching the new Pixar movie, Elio. So let's talk about it. Story time from Disney. Now, if you follow me on a regular basis, you know that I used to be a cast member. That's me. Alright, so spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Elio yet, just skip this video. Unless you don't care about spoilers, then you know what? Stay and watch. Alright, everybody gone that doesn't want to hear any information? Good. So Elio's about a little kid who has lost his parents and doesn't feel like he fits in anywhere. And so he spends all of his time trying to get abducted by aliens because he thinks out there in the stars is a place where he will not be alone. As we all know, Disney did not push this movie well enough. As I've talked about this movie before, I found that a lot of people didn't even see advertisement for it. Others had heard that the movie had been changed over and over again and it was against their beliefs to go and see it. And to those folks, I want to say, not only are you missing out, but this Pixar movie makes me realize that we shouldn't always know how the sausage gets made. Now, if you look back at any Disney movie or Pixar movie over the years they've been making them, after they are made, we find out a lot of information about what was actually supposed to be in that movie and what got changed. And this goes for any movie, not just Disney. If you watch any documentary on any movie ever being made, things get changed constantly to a point that sometimes the original plot of a story is nothing like the movie. Which leads me to my point. Elio was fantastic. Like one of the best Pixar movies I've ever seen. And honestly, one of the best ones I've seen in years. It was sweet, funny, emotionally destructive, and the target demographic seemed to be kids that feel like they just don't fit in this world. And not only does the movie focus on that, it focuses on parents that grow up with kids that are different. I felt like this movie gave a great basis for parents who have children on the spectrum. Elio feels like he doesn't fit in because he doesn't think anybody wants him. Because his parents are no longer with him, he's being raised by his aunt. And he thinks his aunt doesn't want him. Because his aunt is so overwhelmed with what's going on and having to raise a kid, she doesn't understand. She feels like she's failing as a parental unit. And this theme is also brought up during the alien encounter. You see, the villain of this movie is a father of another little kid. And he also feels like he is not living up to that father expectation. Now, I'm going to do my best not to give too much away, because really, you should really go see this movie. But the movie covers the basis that people love you for who you are. And growing up as a kid who was different, feeling like nobody understood me, this movie spoke to me. They also made sure to cover a father's understanding and love, and the love of a caregiver parent. Can't say enough good things about this movie. But real quick, let's go back to my original point. Sometimes we should not know how the sausage gets made. Because we knew everything that happened before this movie was released, people were swayed one way or the other. They didn't go in blind to a movie, take what they wanted in, and just let the storytelling do its work. Instead, people heard what went into making that, and then went, no, I don't like that they changed that. And I'm not saying it's anybody's fault they haven't seen this movie. It's Disney's fault. Obviously, they did not sell it the way they should have. They wasted all their time and money pushing Stitch when this movie was sitting right there, and it was a masterpiece. Now, I believe Disney did not push it because they want you to watch it on Disney Plus, and they don't really care if you go to the theaters. But if you're planning on this movie to be a pile, you are sadly going to miss out. So I'm going to leave you with this thought. With every story you're ever going to see or read, always go into it with open eyes. We as a society have chosen to deep dive into everything even before it's been out. But understand, if this movie had come out in the 90s, nobody would have complained. They would have just watched it and enjoyed it, because they wouldn't have had all this white noise in the background telling them what it was going to be. Did you ever feel like you didn't belong? Did you have kids that feel the same way? Then you are the demographic for this movie. Elio is socially awkward, living through trauma responses from the loss of his parents, and is just looking for a place to belong. And at the end, he realizes not only does he belong, but the people around him love him for who he is, not who he thinks he should be. I give Elio 10 out of 10 turkey legs. I'm telling you, if you're not watching this movie because you're on the internet and you're seeing other people talk about it, you are missing out on something amazing. A story of friendship, family, understanding, learning to love oneself, and quotes from Carl Sagan. Don't let the internet ruin this. See for yourself, judge for yourself. All I know is that story made me laugh, it made me cry, and it made me contemplate my own life. And if I had listened to the internet and not watched this on my own, I would have missed out on so much. Elio, the best Pixar movie Disney didn't push. What?